Some community members in Comstock Township are concerned over possible changes to an ordinance over cemeteries.
It is an update from last May when township cemeteries were cleaned up and cleared of some items including flowers, mementos, and other keepsakes. News 8's David Horak was at that meeting tonight to discuss the issue. He has this story from Kalamazoo.
Yeah, months ago, some loved ones visited their graves at these two cemeteries, Comstock and Maple Grove, not knowing that some of the keepsakes, flowers, and decorations there would be kept away or simply thrown out. Well, tonight, that ordinance in question surrounding all of this was on the agenda.
You hurt my family by doing this. You took her wings.
The majority of public comments addressed the first reading of Ordinance 524, which makes changes to the township's cemetery regulations. Those who took the microphone are family of those buried in the two township cemeteries.
You go up there to grieve. You go up there to talk to your loved ones. You go up there and give them gifts and things like that. And then all of a sudden they disappear.
I understand there has to be rules, but I think they're getting a little carried away.
Those against the ordinance argued the proposal says, quote, cemetery lots or burial spaces sold after June 15, 1980 and remaining vacant 50 years from the date of their sale shall automatically revert to the township. But board members say that is not true.
The township is not in the business to take plots back.
That's because in that same section, the proposal continues that the lots or spaces would automatically revert to the township if the last owner on record, his or her heirs, or legal representatives do not write indicating their desire to retain burial rights to that space within 60 days of notice from the township. Board members added that this is standard from cemetery ordinances in other townships and jurisdictions.
If we can't reach the family, it will revert back to the township, but if that family were to reach out years later and say, hey, we had plots, we still want to use them, and they're not used, they could use them or we could buy them back from them and they would get refunded for it.
Now, some families still take some issue with this because of the limits that prohibit or allow what decorations and keepsakes are allowed on cemetery grounds. But board members say that those are in place because of continuous upkeep complaints from lawn care staff and plot owners alike. Now, the revised ordinance did pass unanimously, and there still could be some changes to them by the next reading, the second reading. And we also learned that some families may be considering hiring an attorney to take legal action against this ordinance. Inside our Kalamazoo studio, David Horak, News 8.